Hello YouTube friends and welcome to my channel, new and returning subscribers. It's Margie from the Budget Evolution, where we have fun saving our money. And in today's video, we are working on our last paycheck for the month of November's budget. So we are doing our zero-based budget, and this is my budget planner, and I actually did get this up on my Google Drive. So if you would like to print out one for free, it is completely up to you. I would love for anybody to be able to have access to free stuff, and that's what I ended up doing. So this is free. You would just have to print it out on your own paper, your own ink, however you want to do it. I do have one that's in color, and then you can also do it in grayscale. And the only one that has an extra one that you can do in grayscale would be the calendar, because that had to be done all in gray fonts with white background. Okay, so there we go. Let's get started. I think we have enough light. I decided that I wasn't going to put all the lights on because, I don't know, I love natural light. So you know what? Let me open the shades. There we go. That's a little bit better. And actually I can see outside, and it's a beautiful fall day. All right. So let's move forward to November. And that is the 21st, and we are working on November 28th. This is actually my anniversary. My husband and I are now married at 26 years. Can you believe it? Ay, ay, ay. Time flies. It really does. I feel like it was like yesterday. Like it was yesterday. All right. So this is my last paycheck for the month. This is our third one. And this does come out on my anniversary. And it was $2,187.24. So I'm going to bring that subtotal down because we didn't get any other money this month. And we are going to leave $2.24 into our buffer, which will leave us $2,185 to work with. The last of the bills coming out this week is going to be T-Mobile. And that is our cell phone, if I could spell. That's our phones and internet. Because now it is combined, and that is going to be $232. The next is natural gas. Right now, we haven't really been using too much gas, so it's kind of been, we're on a budget plan, but I expect as the winter comes that will go up. Not because they won't adjust it until like April-ish time, but I'm going to look at the actuals so I know exactly how much money we have to have set aside for any overages that we do that doesn't cover in the $132. And then our monthly subscriptions. And I did break down and get Adobe Pro for, well, I paid for a month, but technically I can cancel it in 14 days. So if I don't need anything, I'm going to cancel it. And then if I ever need it again, I can, because I couldn't do the planner. I couldn't get it to do the PDF. It just would not let me do it, no matter how I tried. So my daughter was telling me about doing something with Google Docs. So I might try that later, but for the time being, I paid, and then I'll probably cancel it. It's good until December 4th. So I have a little bit of time to decide if I need to use it for anything else. And then we have $63 going into currently subscriptions. Capital One savings. This is probably going to change because I've noticed that, you know, my daughter is costing us a little bit more. You know how we had J House and we were putting like $400 away a month. Well, there have been other expenses, and I talked about this in my other videos. Like right now, for her to apply for residency, that's going to be close to $500-600. But I think I'm going to up that because there are expenses that we don't necessarily know about. There are a few that we're getting rid of, like, oh, I didn't even show you. So what I did is, I guess coming up for the new year, I went through and I started to write down like all the different bills that we have. And there were like 2 of them for her, like sororities that she's in, that she says, well, since I'm not going to be in school next year, she said, I don't need to pay those anymore. And I was like, oh, well, that's good. Take that one off and then take this one off. But she's still going to keep the Pearls subscription. She's not sure how useful it will be after residency. So we'll keep that one on there. And then, you know, these are our regular bills. But I'm noticing that she does have a lot of like unexpected expenses that we didn't plan out. One of them, that's it. One of them, she did tell me, is at graduation to pay for her ceremony gown. Yeah, that's going to be somewhere between $300 and $400. Why is this? Oh, I think because I punched the holes like awkwardly, because I only have a little one that only does like 4 holes at a time. I really should invest in one that does all of them. Let's see. Come here. There we go. Let's get back to where we were. Come on. There we go. All right, let's get back to what we were doing. All right, and we probably won't have a glare because I don't have that particular light on, and we just have nice natural light. So 232, 132, 63, and 50, and that is $477. We could take our 2185 minus our 477, and we get 1708. Oh, I had a one of you in the comments had asked why I always hit the decimal point. And I used to work in finance. I worked way before I got into computer science. I worked in the finance industry. I was a project administrator. I was a accountant. I did all of that kind of stuff beforehand. And we always had, you know, we always rounded it out with a decimal point because, you know, we dealt with cents. So you just got used to always, even if it was $100, to hit the decimal point, so you know it was $100 and not $1. So that was just something that, you know, it's habit. So if it annoys you, I'm sorry, but sometimes I can do it, but most of the times it's just repetitive. You know, what is that? Repetitive something memory. Yeah, don't get old, man. The words do not come to the brain that quickly anymore. It's so slow, and I don't know how to fix it. Like, I play games. I try to keep my brain as active as possible, but man, that short-term memory to just like bring it right to your brain quickly, I just can't do anymore. Okay, so for cash envelopes, we have myself. I get my last 50 for the month. Hubby gets his 50. Uh-oh, I see the sun is kind of going behind a cloud. Groceries. We're trying to keep groceries at about $450, but I think we're kind of going over that. This month might be different because of the holiday, which, by the way, by the time this goes out, yeah, I think when this goes out, it'll be just before Thanksgiving. So, happy Thanksgiving, y'all. And tell me in the comments what you're most thankful for. I am definitely thankful for God for giving me every day of my life and my family and all the blessings that he gives me. So that's this year's, I mean, not that I'm not always thankful for him, but definitely some years are more than others where you're just thankful to be alive and things are going good. No matter how much money I'm paying out for my daughter's college, life is still good. Life is definitely still good, and I'm very thankful for every day that he gives me. Okay, enough about that. All right, 50. All right, I guess we're starting over because I hit 50. See, now you guys got me conscious about this decimal thing. So 50, 50, and 50, 475. The scar is definitely healing. It is doing very nicely. I did end up getting some cream to help it not scar as bad. I asked my daughter, I said, what do you think? Because, you know, she is a pharmacist. And she's like, oh, I would have prescribed this. I was like, oh, great. I should have asked her first. I don't know what made me not think to ask her first what she thought. So we are at 1233. Our sinking funds, we are doing, let's see. Oh, so there's something that I want to do. So we are doing our 2 months ahead binder, right? I consider that our emergency fund. That is going to be our 3 to 6 months emergency fund. If I lost my job, I know I could pay all of our bills at, you know, like for 3 to 6 months. So we're working on it. We're almost finished with our 2 months ahead. I want to get 3 months ahead. and then keep going. I want to go 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. And if I can keep going, I want to keep going even more. So when I did this, I looked at how much we need every month, and it's about $2,119. So, and that's just our regular expenses. That's not our sinking funds, like, you know, things that happen with your car, or what are some of the other things that are in there? You know, our medical expenses. And I was like, you know what? Why don't I just take whatever money is in our emergency fund and put it towards our 2 months ahead fund and get rid of our emergency fund? So maybe we'll do that at the end of this video. We'll change that around and change it up. And we will get rid of this category. Why have 2 separate emergency funds to try to save for when we really just need the one? Emergency. Okay, so it's going to be $50, and we'll probably end up putting that $50 towards our 2 months ahead. So renovations, that we are keeping because we're constantly doing stuff to the house. Yeah, the next thing I hope to do is our bathroom. Our master bathroom has not seen any activity since we moved in. I never even painted the walls. They're still white. You know, after 26 years of marriage, it's like, I'm tired of it. I want a new floor. I want new sinks. I want new faucets. I want a new mirror. You know, I want the whole 9 yards. So investments, we're doing 50. We're rounding out for 100 for the month. MUA is your utilities authority. That's going to be $10. And our party fund is going to get 20. Now, did I change this one? Yes. All right, I am adding J House to this because I said my daughter's residency applications are going to cost between $500 and $600. So no, that's going to be for December. Never mind. I'm ahead of myself. Never mind. But that's what's coming. We are going to be adding back to J House, and that'll be in our December budget, and you'll see that. And we'll be taking it, unfortunately, out of our Save 10K. So normally we've been putting $1,200 away a month for our Save 10K. And next month is only going to be $600, and that is because of all those costs. So we have 50, 50, 50, 10, and 20, and that's $180. And we're going to take our 1233 minus 180, and that is 1,053. And then our last extra loan amount, extra, and we're going to put destroy debt because that's where the money goes. And we're going to be playing that game by Shalonda, which has just been so much fun, and it actually takes me a long time. I think the last video was like 40 some minutes, and I was like, this is taking way too long. I don't know if you guys watch the entire thing. If you look at your analytics, most people only watch between 10 and 15 minutes of the first part of the video, and then a lot of them drop off. Now, there are some of you who just absolutely love my long videos, and they're like, no, keep it long because we like it. So you're trying to do a little of each, you know, you're trying to get your analytics up, but yet you're also looking, it's like, well, this is really what some of my viewers want to see. So if you only watch it for 10 minutes, that's fine. Hey, most of the videos I watch, especially ones that have already reached their monetization, I watch your videos at 1.5 to 2 times speed because they're not giving you money towards what you're watching. They're giving you money towards the ads that you watch when you watch the videos. So I'm still watching your videos, but just at a higher speed, so it goes a little faster so I could watch more videos. And I try to watch as many of the ads as possible because I know that that counts. That's how you make money on YouTube, or one of the ways that you make money on YouTube. Okay, so we have 1,053 minus 119, and we got $934 going towards all savings. So our 2 months ahead, my neighbor's cutting his lawn, I can hear him. I don't know, it's not like the grass is really growing. So that's $100. And then we have our 3K, this is our second $100 for the month. Our 3K challenge. Our 3K challenge is for our appliances. We are trying to save for a new refrigerator. That is the first thing that we are looking for. We're going to do bingo, and we're setting aside $75. And our Save 10K, our last $400 that we're putting in for the month. And then what's left is going into our savings challenges. And that is going to be $259. And that goes into all of our different savings challenges, which I'm, you know, like, I think I said it in other videos. I've been watching some of you that like, you have your plan for next 2025. And I'm like, wow, am I supposed to plan this out for next year? So I was like, well, what would I do? So we've been sitting down with my husband, my daughter, and we've been talking about all the different expenses. What are some of the biggest expenses that we have for next year, and how do I want to pay for them? Or how do I want to save for them? And then if I'm saving for them, how are we going to play games to save for them? Because we love playing games because it just makes saving for any kind of bill, debt, expenses, just makes it a lot more fun. You know, you don't have to do that. Some people are strict. They just, you know, I'm putting this much aside, like savings, and I'm just putting it in the bank. You know, I'm not like that. I absolutely love playing all of these games. It just makes it so much fun for me. And you don't realize how much you're saving until the end. And you're like, wow, look at how much we saved. It goes both ways, but I love playing all of the games, and I do have a lot of ideas for 2025. Like, you will see a lot of my binders are going to be box challenges because I absolutely fell in love with the box challenges. And I think I've said this before, but the box challenges are my favorite right now. And you will be seeing, I've been going out in the community. I have all these things in my Etsy shop, and I'm going, oh my God, it's getting so expensive because they're not cheap, those box challenges. And I appreciate every single one of you who do all of them. Like, I'm going to do a box challenge for just Christmas expenses, and I'm going to want to do a box challenge for my daughter's wedding stuff, and I want to do a box challenge for like Valentine's Day. Like, I think it's Saving with Alicia has the chocolate box, one of her chocolate box. I think she has one, and I think Income Babes has like a dessert one. I'm not sure, so I'm like, oh my God, which one do I pick? You know, I have so many that I want to get and just play. So you'll see 2025, if you really like watching playing box challenge, well, this is the channel you're going to want to watch, because a lot of my challenges are box challenges. Oh, and I can't wait to tell you guys, as soon as I get everything, then I will make a video of what we're going to do in 2025. And it'll be a couple of weeks because I want to set everything up and kind of really, really focus on what we're going to do. Like, how we're going to save, like, be really intentional with my money instead of just going, oh, I'm just doing this one and I don't know where that one's going. No, I really want to know exactly every challenge, how much money I'm going to be putting towards them and what I'm saving for. So that's why the three of us in the family have sat down and we're trying to figure out all the different costs that we're going to have next year. You can't plan for everything, and that's why we have emergency fund, but we're going to do the best that we can. And that's all we can do. And it can always change. You see me, how many times have I changed in the last 2.5 years? So this is $934. And of course, 934 from 934, that gives us our zero-based budget. Okay, this video is probably getting a lot longer than I planned. And now let's move on to our cash breakdown. Let's see if this all worked out. So we're going to add that up. And there we go, $21.85, and that is our zero-based budget. I don't know if I ever showed you guys, but I actually keep a copy. And I plan it out before I do my videos. If you guys ever like, how does she know what she's doing? I do it ahead of time. I don't usually wing it, because if I try to wing it, I'll make mistakes. So I always have a cheat sheet. Normally I don't print in color. I don't print in color. I try to do this in grayscale, and then I just recycle the paper. But I think I messed up. I was trying to print these and I printed it on the wrong paper. Like, this is a 28-pound paper and this is only your 20-pound paper. So it's, you know, real thin and it would bleed through, and I don't want that to happen. Okay, so there is our budget for next week, which is literally next week. Today's Sunday, so this should probably go out in the next couple days, definitely before Thanksgiving. So I want to thank you all so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, share. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.